Hello, Pisces, with your April love general reading. This is for my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general love reading and may not resonate with every Pisces out there. So let's go ahead and see what the general message is for Pisces. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, this person's intuition is really telling them that you are going to be extremely significant in their life. I feel like they already kind of know that there's something special here, or that something about your connection has changed them forever, which is really interesting, kind of depending on what type of relationship this is or how long you've known this person. If this is a romantic connection, which it really does look like for most of you, this person's intuition is telling them that you might be the one. I feel like this is why they're feeling such an urge to kind of like make their feelings be known, because intuitively they're feeling like this might be it for them. And that's really funny now that I'm looking at this, because we even had card 1 of the major arcana come out, the Magician card, or the producer in this deck. And I just feel like that's kind of interesting, because I feel like the Magician here is representing you. And this is kind of how this person is seeing you, or what they're intuitively able to pick up on about you. I feel like the energy of the producer is it's very similar. It's the same as the Magician. It's really a person who kind of has a say in how things go or how things turn out. And the Magician is really someone who has all of the tools that they need. They have everything at their disposal that they would need. In this case, I feel like this person's intuition is letting them know that you have it all. It's like, almost like whatever kind of checklist they've had in their mind of the perfect person, the ideal partner, even if this isn't a romantic connection, this could be a friendship or a business partnership. Again, it feels a lot like a romantic connection, but we do have the 10 of Pentacles here, so this could have something to do with finances or family in some way. But it's like, I just feel like whatever kind of checklist they have, they're realizing that you kind of like, you check all those boxes, you meet all of those requirements. So that perfect person that they made up in their mind to fit into whatever type of scenario, you are that person. That's what their intuition is telling them. Yeah, I feel like it's everything down to, I'm kind of hearing like down to the way that you look, the way that you talk, the way that your voice sounds, like even the smallest details. It's like their intuition is telling them this is it. This is what you've been looking for. And I feel like for some of you too, it's like, this is an intuitive thing. It's like, they might not even have enough information to know this for sure, but it's like their intuition is telling them that you will be this person, that you will turn out to be this person. They're kind of feeling like you would fulfill their every need or possible desire. They're just seeing you as the whole package. I'm kind of reading this from the end for some reason. So I was initially drawn here, and I feel like this is because this is where this person's focus is and where their intuitive focus is. It's right on you is where they're putting their attention. And then we're kind of telling the story from the end to the beginning, which is interesting. But so let's just keep working our way back. Now we have this energy of the Knight of Flutes, which would be the Knight of Cups. This card actually does say the hopeless romantic. Knights are always representative of movement. They represent action, taking action on something that has been kind of like inspired in them. So this again is kind of repeating that energy of the Ace of Cups that we saw at the beginning of the reading, the card that you were drawn to. This is the feeling of wanting to reach out, wanting to move closer. And it kind of feels to me like the intuitive hit that they're getting about this movement towards you is really that they might miss an opportunity with you. And if they were to miss this opportunity, they wouldn't be able to take this action. So I feel like they don't want to miss a chance. is kind of the feeling I'm getting. And that's why I think this person's intuition is talking to them so much about how you meet all of the requirements or how you are the perfect fit, because they don't want to miss out on this opportunity. If I keep working my way back, I see exactly why this person doesn't want to miss out on their chance with you. You're kind of showing up as this person's muse in a way, not to sound dramatic, but that's just how this is coming through. We're dealing with like the sun card, like the sun energy here, and this energy on this card, it says paradise. And like I was saying, for me, this card holds a lot more emotion than a traditional depiction of the sun card would, because we have this glass here, so we have this vessel filled with liquid, the same way we would see in the traditional Ace of Cups. So very interesting energy, a lot of emotion here. This person's intuition is talking to them about how much emotion they're feeling in this connection. And it might even be that it's surprising to them that they're feeling this amount of emotion. They're really seeing you, and their intuition's telling them that like you're this really bright, uplifting, inspiring person to them. Someone who's very motivated, very attractive, almost contagious, I want to say. Like, I think that's why they're having that feeling of like, oh, I might miss an opportunity. Their intuition is kind of telling them you might miss an opportunity with this person. And the reason is you are absolutely magnetic and kind of that contagious energy. Your laughter may be contagious or something like that. So it's like this person's intuition is telling them, hey, you're going to miss your shot if you don't pursue this, or if you don't take the right steps toward this person. They're definitely seeing you or feeling like you're someone who would make them really happy with this paradise card. And for some of you, I feel like this card is referencing like a literal vacation that you either took with this person, or a vacation that they would like to take with you. This could mean that they've gotten like an intuitive message to find a way to get alone time with you, to have a little bit of an escape with you. For some of you, I feel like this person's intuition is telling them to come to visit you. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of where that vacation reference is coming from. They might be getting kind of an intuitive hit that they need to come and visit you. They need to travel to visit you. They need to make the effort. Interesting. Yeah. Let's take a look at this hometowns card, which is the Ten of Pentacles in traditional tarot, because this is really important, and it's the only card that came out in reverse for you. I feel like this could be someone who lives relatively close to you, or someone who grew up in the same town as you. So for some of you, I'm hearing that there might be travel to see each other. And for others of you, you might be in the actual like same town, or you might be relatively close to one another. But there still might need to be some sort of effort for this person to actually come to you. This card shows a door, like the front door of a house. So it might be that this person is intuitively feeling like they need to come to you. They need to pay you a visit. Like they should just stop by and knock on your door. Maybe they should show up at your place of work, or wherever it is that they know they will find you. I'm kind of getting that vibe, and it's like they're getting that intuitive hit. Their intuition is telling them to take some sort of action. Yeah. I'm trying to decipher this message because I'm sensing that there is distance between the two of you for some of you. And this person's intuition is literally saying like, hop on that plane or get in the car and go and see this person. And that's kind of, again, that repeated energy of movement, of motion towards you. And I feel like that's a repeated message no matter how this shows up in your scenario. It could be that this person wants to pick up the phone and call you, but I'm just feeling again that this energy of them wanting to reach out is really present here. And like something's telling them to do it, something's nagging them to do that, maybe to send a text or something. Now, because this Ten of Rings card showed up in the reverse position, and this would be the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this person might be worried about the distance that's between you. They might think that this distance is a deal breaker. And this doesn't have to be a large physical distance, but this could be like some kind of barrier between the two of you. Almost think of this door as like acting as the barrier. They might know exactly where you are, and it might be very easy for them to get to you, but it's like something's telling them that this might be a deal breaker. Maybe something that's happened before, some part of their past, or something about your connection. They're thinking it might not work out, it might not line up. This really could be the end of it. It's like their intuition is telling them one thing and their worries are telling them another, because I really think that the reason this card showed up in the reverse position is because this is more about this person's conscious thoughts. And the rest of this energy that we're seeing is really about this intuitive knowing that they have, this feeling of you being the one, or you being the perfect choice, and this person that provides a lot of light and a lot of happiness in their life. But then we have this Ten of Pentacles that is, it's like the energy is a little bit off. They could doubt whether it will work between the two of you. Because you live so far away from each other, because something has transpired in the past, they might worry that it might not work. Yeah. You know what else is kind of coming through with this Ten of Rings card is that this could have to do with like your home life, either your home life or this person's home life. And it could be that both of you are in situations that might be a hindrance to this relationship. It could be that they're in another connection, or that you are, or that a previous relationship on either one of your sides could be impacting your connection in some way. Gosh, for some of you, I'm picking up on that their intuition is telling them, or like they have intuitively picked up on the fact that you are married, or that you are in a committed relationship. So this might not be something that you have shared with this person. It might not be, like, maybe you don't know them well enough to have even talked about your personal life, but it's like their intuition is telling them that you may already be taken, that they may have already missed their chance with you. That's just for some of you. This is also speaking to me about how this relationship might impact their family. So their intuition might be telling them that somehow your connection will impact their family. It feels like this person kind of worries that something won't line up between the two of you, either distance or life circumstances might get in the way in some way. And the way that these cards came out for you, it just feels like whatever worries or concerns this person has, like whatever conscious doubts they have about this relationship and how it will work, it's almost like the objections are the first thought that they have. You see how this card was your first card? It's like that's the objection that their conscious mind immediately throws up to kind of like tell them why this won't work. And then I feel almost like their mind reminds them of the challenges, or where the challenges might be. And then it's like, it's kind of followed up with this energy of the Knight of Cups and the Magician and the Sun energy, kind of representing all the reasons that they want it to work out, all the reasons that it could be beautiful, because their intuition tells them that they'd be happier with you than without you. So that's really interesting. For some of you, this could be because something has actually gone wrong in this connection. There could be a separation in this connection, or like maybe even a fight or something that kind of turned their world upside down, or turned their expectations of how this was going to turn out upside down. Even their past could have done this for them. So a failed relationship in the past, or something that's currently falling apart for them, could be kind of putting them in this place of not wanting to believe this, because honestly, this is like, it looks like it's too good to be true. But it just feels like their intuition keeps telling them no, but this really is good, and kind of reminding them of all the reasons why they want you in their life. So let's open up this energy a little bit. I actually feel like this person is showing up as the Magician in reverse, and they're seeing you as the Magician in the upright position. Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So we could be dealing with some kind of decision that this person's trying to make intuitively. Yeah, this is really interesting. I feel like this person feels like they might have to walk away from something in order to pursue this connection. This could also indicate that they are kind of getting some intuitive messages that they might miss out on this connection, that you might walk away from this if they don't act fast, or if they don't kind of like clean up whatever is going on here. We have the moon energy here, so this could represent more of their fears, more of their worries, and I feel like their intuition is kind of working to almost bring their fears to the forefront in a way, because if they're worried about losing you, I feel like these intuitive hits about like, hey, you might miss your opportunity, or this person is great, this person is the one, this is the perfect person for whatever it is that they have in mind. It's like, I feel like that's kind of bringing their fears to the surface for them. And I'm also feeling like this person feels like they're out of control. They feel like you are in control, or like you have the answers, you have the solution to the problem. You're I think they just feel that you have it more figured out than they do. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, that you have things a little more figured out than they do, that you're in control of this situation, and something intuitively is telling them that they aren't, or that there's too many fears, there's too much beneath the surface for them to be able to sort through all of this. I'm also kind of feeling here that there's a bit of mystery, and I feel like this is showing up on both sides. So this moon energy here, I feel like this is a little bit of mystery on their end, because sorting through these emotions is, I'm feeling like it's foreign to this person. So sorting through these deeper emotions is a bit of a mystery to them. And I feel like their intuition is telling them that it's about time, that it's good for them to kind of dive deep into this emotional world, but it can be a little bit scary, and it does make them feel like they're out of control. But also, like, this person sees you as a little bit of a mystery, and it could be that you kind of showed up out of nowhere, or that you did turn their life upside down with this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse position. You might have turned their life upside down. Their intuition's kind of telling them that that happened for a reason, that things were shaken up by you for a reason. Yeah, I'm just sensing a lot of mystery here. I feel like they find you mysterious. They're not sure where you came from. They're not sure how you managed to kind of encompass everything that they had in mind. And they're not sure what to do with all of these emotions that they're feeling either. Really interesting. It's funny that the moon came out, because of course the moon talks about our intuition and kind of trusting it. So I feel like there's maybe a little bit of a battle going on between this, well, not really between, but inside of this person, because they're not sure if they should just walk away from this, if they should walk away from whatever previous commitments or relationships that they have. They're not really sure about what to do, but it's like intuitively they know that they should trust this gut feeling that they have. And that's sort of the repeated message here with your reading, is that they just kind of know intuitively that there's something here, that this is important, that this is valuable. Let's take a look at your tea leaf cards and see what else we have. So we have well. This card says family wishes come true. I'm more focused on the well. So first of all, let's address that. More water energy. We've got water all over this. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy all over this. A lot of emotion, a lot of deep emotion. You've triggered something in this person. You've triggered them to kind of like dive deeper. I was talking about diving deeper. Now we're talking about a well. So you've triggered them to dive deeper into this emotion, and their intuition is telling them that that's the right choice for them. That even though it might be hard, it might be uncomfortable, it might bring up some issues that they tried to kind of bury and hold down, that this is valuable and it's important. We're also dealing with family here, and we were talking about that with the hometowns card. This person might have an intuitive hit to kind of like introduce you to their family. That could be the where this hometown's energy is. This person might want to take you to their hometown, introduce you to their parents, maybe introduce you to their children. They might have the intuitive knowing that that's the next step for you. Family wishes come true. This is a very positive card, very positive energy. So this might be that intuitively they see creating a family with you, or they see merging their family with you. Wishes come true. So something they've always wanted. Intuitively, they might be kind of knowing like this is the person to give you everything that you've always wanted. This is the person you can share all those dreams with. This is the one, like we were talking about with Magician. We also have Tree, affairs with your families, all this family energy. And yeah, that was making me think of like the family tree. This is interesting. You might have met this person through a family friend, or a family member introduced you or something, or this could be an emotional connection with a family member. If this isn't a romantic connection, this could be about a family member, maybe somebody who you've had a falling out with or something like that. But there's a lot of emotion here, and there's a lot of ties to family. You might have children, they might have children, or there might be some reason to merge your families, or maybe the opinions of your families are playing in here of a family member. And we have hat here. You will be playing a different role. Interesting. Interesting. This person could see you as someone who wears a lot of hats, someone who has a lot on your plate. I kind of pick up on that energy with the magician or the producer, because this is somebody who's in control, somebody who has the final say and has a lot going on, a lot of things to manage. I'm really feeling like in connection with all this family energy, and then this idea of playing a different role. This is like this person might kind of intuitively know that however your relationship has been going, has been progressing, it's going to change in some way. They're going to be playing a different role in your life, or you're going to be playing a different role in theirs. So it could be that you've had one type of connection thus far, and now that's expanding into something different, something new. Let's grab you some oracle cards. Let's see. For number, this is for us intuition telling them about number one. What is this person's intuition telling them about number one? Okay. So we have Shakti. This is card 5. Fives are, of course, representative of change. We have this hat card, and it's saying you will be playing a different role. So that right there is talking about change. This person might have some sort of intuitive knowing that your relationship is about to change, that it's about to deepen, that it needs to change. That could be it. Shakti energy is really the energy of creativity. It's a feminine energy. It's a very playful energy, which reminds me of this Sun card, the Paradise card that we had. So this is kind of like this person feels really inspired by you, and I feel like that's their intuition kind of telling them like, hey, this inspiration is happening for a reason. Your card went absolutely flying, so let me dive for your next card. We had card 4, so 4 and a 5. This is about like whenever I see numbers in sequence like that, it's like there might be some form of progression. They did actually come out in reverse, 5 and then 4. So this might be that their intuition tells them that they are taking a step back for some of you, that they need to move forward, but they have instead taken a step back. But this can also be about the steps that we take, like the steps that logical steps that we're taking, movement that we're making. We were talking about that with like the Knight of Cups and stuff like that, like really taking those steps. But yeah, with this Shakti energy, it's a very inspiring energy. It's a very creative energy. It's a lot of fun, actually. It's kind of the energy of waking up and having a lot of fun. And I feel like that's what you bring to this person's life. Then on card 4, we have the heart chakra actually highlighted here. And we have intention. Yeah. I feel like with intention, we're talking about kind of doing things on purpose, doing things with the right intentions, doing things with a particular intention, purpose in mind. And that's that forward movement. Again, that energy of taking some sort of action towards you. And I feel like in this case, it really is about changing your relationship in some way, changing the dynamic, maybe closing the gap between the two of you. And it's like their intuition is telling them to move with intention here, to keep their goal in mind, to move toward the sun is kind of how it feels. All of your cards are falling on the floor. We had Let It Go come out for you. This is actually a card that focuses around the heart chakra energy, and we had the heart chakra energy come out with the intention card. Very interesting. This card is not about letting go of love, but it's about releasing anything that's been holding us back in the past so that we can invite in new love or new opportunities, just kind of letting go of what doesn't serve anymore. And I feel like this is such a repeated imagery here with this heart here and this heart on the Knight of Flutes card. There's a lot of emotion here, like I've been saying the entire time, but the imagery just keeps kind of showing up. And the idea that this heart-focused energy is like really prevalent in this reading. So yes, for a lot of you, this is a romantic connection. I feel like this person's intuition is telling them most of all to follow their heart. And it's like they're trying to consider all these different aspects of their life. Family may play into that a lot because we had a lot of references to family. But yeah, this is about kind of letting go of what's not working anymore so that they can open up their heart to something new. And that's where all this emotion is coming from. That's what their intuition is telling them, that this is it. Like, this is something to pursue. This is something worth healing the heart for. That's a lot, you guys. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to leave it there for you, number one. Yeah, this person's intuition is talking to them a lot on an emotional level. So yeah, man. Yeah, even if this isn't romantic, somehow this is affecting this person on an emotional level. And if it does have to do with their family, I see why, because we can get emotional about our family. So if this is going to impact their family on any level, I can see how that emotion could play in, even if this isn't romantic. So yes, I'm going to leave it there for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you did enjoy this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I'll see you again in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number two. If you were drawn to this Nine of Mirrors card, this is going to be a reading. We're going to find out what this person's intuition is telling them about you. So let's begin the reading by talking a little bit about the Knight of Mirrors card, and then we will look at the rest of your tarot cards in just a second. I'm already kind of picking up on a little bit of worry, anxiety, or doubt when it comes to this connection. This card would be the Nine of Swords in a traditional tarot deck, and this card actually says blindsided on it. If you are a person who tends to be a little bit anxious in general, or maybe anxious regarding this connection, I feel like this person is able to intuitively pick up on that about you. I also feel like whenever they do, they kind of have this urge to soothe you or to comfort you, to reassure you in some way. But yeah, I feel like this person can pick up on any kind of worry or doubt or sadness even that might be coming up because of this connection or because of other factors in your life. In some cases, I feel like this person may have hurt you or may have disappointed you in the past. Or you may have just been hurt in the past, not by this person outside of this connection. But I do feel, I feel like even if this person doesn't have all of the facts about everything that you've been through, they're kind of intuitively picking up on the fact that there's more to the story than meets the eye. There's more to you than what they see on the surface. They're intuitively picking up on that. They're intuitively picking up on a lot of depth from you. And this could be about events that have affected you on a mental and emotional level, with this being the Nine of Swords. For some of you, this is something that you may never have shared with this person, or that you haven't even had the opportunity to open up about, but they're intuitively sensing some of the deeper aspects of your personality and the experiences that you've had. And they're also picking up on your strength, I'm hearing, but the way that you've overcome your past and the challenges that you faced, and that for a lot of you, you've done this all on your own, and they have intuitively tapped into the fact that you you can kind of take on a lot, and in that you sometimes don't ask for the help or the support that you need or that would be beneficial to you. I feel like this is why this person like might have the desire to kind of like swoop in and help and comfort you in some way, because it's like they're picking up on the fact that you will do a lot on your own, that you will take on a lot on your own. Um, Yeah, there's an independence and a strength that's kind of coming from you that their intuition is showing them about you. I feel like I feel like if you think about this person a lot at night, or if you dream about this person often, I feel like they're aware of it on some level. They're intuitively aware of this. Yeah, their intuition. Wow, number two, their intuition is kind of guiding them to a certain awareness of you. And this could be because this person is dreaming of you often as well, or they're kept up at night due to thoughts of you and this connection, something like that. Now, this is the Nine of Mirrors, which would be the Nine of Swords, but it's the Nine of Mirrors. And um, it's kind of interesting energy because I feel like on some level, the two of you might be mirroring each other when it comes to this. And this is like helping to strengthen their intuition when it comes to the feelings that they're having about you. Because um, I feel like you both have a very strong intuitive knowing of each other. Like the way that you can sense each other is extremely strong. And it's kind of like strengthening your belief on each side of this. So, yeah, I feel like there is like kind of a mirrored energy here. I feel like if you're dreaming of this person, they're dreaming of you too. And their intuition tells them that that's the case. Their intuition tells them like, I feel like they probably had a dream about me, or like they were thinking about me and that's why I has that dream. But I don't know if they fully believe that or not, but it's like their intuition is trying to get through to them about that. It's really interesting. I feel like the two of you might be connected on an energetic level, so much so that you're actually subconsciously aware of the times that you're thinking of each other. And it's working both ways. Um, I also feel like if one of you is having a bad day, if something's bothering you, if you need a hug, the other one kind of intuitively feels that and picks up on that. So, yeah, their intuition is telling them that the two of you have sort of this psychic connection, or you have this awareness of each other. Um, but I really am getting the feeling too that this person might not be all that familiar with having a connection like that. So intuitively, they feel like they're connected to you on this deep level, and they feel like the two of you may be tapped into each other's thoughts and emotions, but their rational mind might not let them believe that. These concepts, I feel like these concepts kind of came out of nowhere for them, or these thoughts that they're having now about like, I think they're probably thinking about me too, or when I'm thinking about them, they're thinking about me. This kind of came out of nowhere for them because this is really about them tapping into their intuition, which might not be something they had done so much before. So it's like, it kind of feels out there to them. It feels way out there. It feels, far out. It feels like something that might have surprised them. Okay, interesting. Let's put this aside. Look at the rest of your tarot cards. I am going to just put this up here so that we can still see it, and it might be playing into the energies of the rest of the reading. So let's see what we have here for you. We have card 9, and this says ITM. I don't know if you can see that. This would be the Hermit. So this, I think that stands for in the moment, if I'm not mistaken. So there's Hermit energy there, Virgo energy right away. Coming through for you, we have the King of Rings, the Jeweler. Ooh, this would be the King of Pentacles energy. More Earth energy along with this Hermit card, this Virgo energy. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy showing up for you with that card. And we have the Three of Mirrors. This is the card that says red flags. This is actually the Three of Swords. And we have the Two of Rings, more Earth energy. Two of Pentacles energy here. Okay. Okay. Right away, I'm getting a lot of messages about you, about like how this person views you as a person, and their intuition is really telling them that you are an independent thinker, that you are an independent person in general. They kind of intuitively know that you make up your own mind about things, that you're not going to be easily influenced, easily swayed. That you're very self-reliant, and that you really are the type of person that takes time to self-reflect. This person can intuitively pick up on your more introverted side. So even if you don't feel like this is something you've expressed to this person, or even if in the setting that they generally see you in, you are more outgoing, or you kind of like, I want to say like put on a good show, because I feel like for some of you, you really are at the core more of an introverted person. So it might be that you just kind of have to like put on a brave face and go into these settings, and this might be how you know this person. So I feel like even if on the surface they don't see you as an introverted person, as a shy person, or as someone who's very reserved, I feel like they intuitively know that about you. Or if this is something that most people don't know about you, most people might not pick up on this introverted side of you. Oh, sorry, I'm losing my voice already. Most people might not pick up on this introverted side of you. This person does. This person intuitively knows that about you. I feel like they sense that you prefer smaller or more intimate groups of people, or like smaller just more personal interactions, rather than like a large crowd that's really loud and a lot of outside influence and activity. I feel like this person picks up on that. This could even be a phase that you're going through right now. You could find yourself in a phase where you're feeling like you want to keep to yourself a little bit more, where you're reflecting on a lot of things, where you've pulled back, you've pulled away, and it's like this person intuitively knows what's going on with you, like that you are feeling like you want to be more reserved maybe than you have been in the past. It's like they are kind of picking up on the fact that you're really in this phase of wanting to develop yourself, that you're into your personal growth. They kind of like, it's interesting because I don't know how well this person knows you, but this is coming through as intuitively they know that you're somebody who has your priorities straight with the Two of Rings here, or someone who views that as important, like to have your priorities straight, to put your energy, your focus, and your attention in the places that matters. And they know this about you. They know that you're the type of person who's paying attention to the details of this connection, and pretty much of everything too. Like you pick up on the small details. And I feel like they sense that you want commitment, because they're picking up on this mature energy from you. They know you have your head on straight. So really, whether this is a romantic connection or not, they sense that you're serious about something, almost like you mean business in a way. So if this isn't romantic, if this is about business, if this is a work kind of connection or a family connection, there might be something that's going on right now where this person's intuition is telling them like that there's some need to really be serious about this, that there's a deeper commitment that is desired here, that you're serious and mature about the way that you pursue things. Really interesting. I feel like this person just kind of intuitively knows that you're in this for like the realness of it. Like you're the type of person that is here for real friendships, for committed relationships, for the type of bonds that stand the test of time. Because you're really the type of person who gives your all to any connection, whether that's relationships with family members, with friends, with romantic partners. You really give it your all. You're mindful of how you conduct yourself in relationships, and you're a dependable person. They can intuitively sense that you're very reliable, without a doubt. And I feel like they're another thing that they're kind of picking up on about you is that You're the type of person that sees straight through any BS. Oh man, I got like a nervous feeling. I feel like that makes this person slightly nervous. Like you see people for who they really are, and it's like you just kind of pick up on a vibe about people almost as soon as you meet them. You kind of like, like this person is my type of person, or like we see eye to eye, or like nope, not dealing with it. Like you kind of know that right away. I feel like this is important because on some level, this person kind of knows that they can get away with being inauthentic around you. They cannot get away with that at all. It might even be just the way you look at them. I'm hearing that like you might not have had a lot of experience with this person or like had a whole bunch of interactions with them, but just from the way you look at them, they can tell that they better not try to like pull the wool over your eyes, that they can't get away with anything around you. Yeah. It's like you see straight through to their soul and they can't hide from you. This might even scare them if they're someone who kind of tends to wear a mask or cover up their pain, um, just maybe even just to get by, like just day-to-day life. They might have to kind of wear some sort of mask, wear some sort of persona to protect them. They intuitively know that that mask will be stripped away when they're around you. I feel like part of them really admires and appreciates this about you because you have the ability to connect with them on a deeper level than most people ever will even try to. And then another part of them, I feel like really does feel uncomfortable about this because they feel so seen around you. They feel like they can't hide when they're around you. Because we have this hermit energy showing up, we're kind of dealing with the energy again of this Nine of Swords at the beginning of your reading. I feel like this person has their own hurts. They have their own emotional wounds that they might not have shared with many people, something that they keep more to themselves. Yeah. What I'm hearing here is that, and this is a little bit circular and weird, but I feel like their intuition is telling them how intuitive you are. Like their intuition is really pointing out to them, this is a highly intuitive person, and they like that about you. Like it's pretty cool that you can sense what's going on with them, that you can like feel what's going on with them. Even if you're at a distance from this person, it's like they know how connected you are, but at the same time, that's a little bit scary because they might go through life a lot of the time trying to hide, trying to cover things up, and they just can't do that with you. So yeah, their intuition tells them how intuitive you are. Um, I feel like they can sometimes worry that their past or that their baggage, the baggage that they come with, that might be too much for you or that you won't accept them as they are. Intuitively, they know that you've had your own experiences and your own hurts and your own past that will actually help you to understand and to empathize with where they're coming from. But the fear of not being accepted or not being understood still crops up for them. And it's like their intuition's telling them to really live in the moment, to be present, to not worry so much about the future. It's almost like they tend to it's almost like they tend to ignore their intuition. And interestingly enough, a lot of their intuitive messages to me are like very circular. Like their intuition is telling you or their intuition is telling them how intuitive you are. And now it's kind of coming through as like their intuition is telling them that they need to listen to their intuition more. So very interesting energy there. Um, Yeah, I do feel like this person worries a lot about their past. It's just interesting because I feel like they picked up on like the depth that you have. They picked up on the fact that you have your own story to tell, that you've had your own experiences, that maybe things haven't always been perfect for you, and you're going to understand exactly where they're coming from. At the same time, they don't want to feel judged. They don't want to feel seen. They don't want to feel exposed, even though their intuition is telling them that you will be understanding of that. You will be accepting of that. Very interesting. A little bit of fear there, a little bit of fear. But it's like part of this, part of this, they like knowing that you have your priorities straight, I feel like is part of why they know that they can trust their intuition, because you're the type of person that prioritizes like taking care of people, that prioritizes being mindful of how you move through the world and how your actions affect those around you, keeping things in line. You know, they know this about you, and that's why part of them is like intuitively they know you're exactly the person to go to with any problems, or if they need a shoulder to cry on, or if there's something that no one else knows about them, they know that you're that person. Really interesting. Let's open this energy up even more. In the last reading, they actually got some more messages about the person themselves, so we'll just see where this goes. I left this pretty open. So we have the Page of Swords here. Yeah, I think that might be representing your person. We'll see. What is this person's intuition telling them about number 2? What is their intuition telling them about number 2? That one's a little slippery. We have the 8 of Wands. Let's see. What is their intuition telling them about you? The 7 of Swords. That's the energy. That's that energy of not wanting to be seen. Yeah, so that's reiterated here. Bottom of the deck, Page of Coins, so more page energy. This is the energy of newness, starting something new, more of that earth energy again. So we do have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy here with the Swords energy. Because there's a decent amount of Swords energy here, so a lot of air. I feel like this person's intuition tells them that you're someone that they can communicate with, but this isn't really something that they're that familiar with this page energy. So they know that you are a person that they could open up to intuitively. But there's still some things that they feel like holding back. Yeah. And with this earth energy, I just feel like they intuitively know that you, like your maturity level might have exceeded theirs. And this energy could be reversed, but I feel like there's a difference in maturity level here that they're intuitively picking up on, because we have the King of Rings, which is the King of Pentacles, show up, and then we have the Page of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles. So there's like a difference in maturity level, and because I kind of feel like this top row is referencing more you than them for most of you. I just feel like they might feel like they can't keep up, or like they aren't as advanced, they aren't as mature, they don't have their priorities like perfectly straight and in line the way that they're viewing you. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so when we're looking at with this Page of Swords, what I feel like is happening here is that a lot of their conscious thoughts are blocking their intuition. I feel like that's why this message of like their intuition's telling them that they need to listen to their intuition a little bit more. I feel like that's why that message is coming through, because it's like conscious thoughts, conscious worries are taking the driver's seat a lot of the time with this person, and they just really feel like they need to listen a little bit more. I feel like with the 7 of Swords energy, this is that energy of almost wanting to try to hide their true self from you. And that feeling of like you being so intuitive, like they're picking up on the fact that you're so intuitive that they can't hide. So there's this part of them that wants to go into old habits of wanting to kind of hide themselves, wanting to wear a mask, wanting to pretend to be somebody that they're not, or wanting to, it's not that they want to purposely deceive you, it's just that they almost want to wear some sort of armor around you. They're not sure if they want your intuition to pick up on as much as they think it does. With the Page of Swords, we're dealing with new perspectives, new thoughts, new knowledge, and I feel like these are new ideas to them. Like this concept of letting their true self out, of letting someone really see them for who they are, being vulnerable in that way, is kind of a new idea for them. And I feel like also with this Eight of Wands, because it can indicate speed, that something could happen really fast. I feel like this person's intuition is telling them that if they open up to you, or if they progress this this situation, if they deepen the situation. We even have this ring here with the jeweler card, so this might be like wanting to deepen some sort of commitment. I feel like they intuitively know that things will fall into place very easily, that things could move very fast with you, that they could get lost in this. They're intuitively picking up on that. So for some of you, that's what this Eight of Wands is about. They feel that there's speed here. They feel that that things could happen really fast between the two of you. The Eight of Wands can also talk about kind of going with the flow, letting things flow, taking new action, like moving forward. And I feel like this is them moving forward with these new ideas that you're kind of opening up for them. So this idea of someone being authentic, being true, and being highly intuitive might be a new concept for them. And there's like this desire to move forward with some of these new ideas that you have presented to them. So let's look at your tea leaf cards. You actually got a month of the year, so that's exciting. So let's see what we have. We have January here. This could be referencing a connection that started in January, or one where something very significant happened in January. There could be an anniversary, a birthday, something like that in January. This is making me think of Capricorn energy as well. So there might be strong Capricorn placements here. That could be what this is referencing. There could also be something that is going to happen in January, or something that's going to happen at the beginning of, I'm seeing like a New Year's celebration. So this person might have some sort of intuitive knowing about what's going to happen, or they intuitively feel that the two of you are going to be in the same place at the same time. I'm seeing like the ball drop and a kiss. This is so weird, you guys. I don't know. Do you have like a New Year's connection with this person? If not, they might be having some sort of feeling that the two of you will come together in this way during this time, during January, during this card just looks so cold, so icy and cold. So there might be like a cold weather connection, a snow connection, something like that. That is so interesting. What else do you have? You have Apple. Temptation will test you. Okay. I'm hearing a couple different messages about this. I'm hearing that this person is very tempted to go back to their old ways when it comes to maybe not being as expressive as they should be. It's like they know intuitively that they should come out of this more protective or defensive Seven of Swords energy, but there's a temptation to go back to old ways. But I also feel like this is about actual like lust and temptation that they're feeling toward you, and that they kind of know, like I was saying with the Eight of Wands, they kind of know that things will happen fast. So if this is a romantic connection, they know that this passion that's between the two of you will make things happen fast. The two of you may get physical fast. You may have gotten physical very early on in your relationship. And it's almost like they kind of know that they can't keep their head on straight around you. They might become very nervous. And they just think that things will progress very quickly physically. If this is a romantic, this can be about things moving forward very fast, having the temptation to move forward with like a business idea or a partnership in some way in very, very fast. You also have grapes. So a real fruit theme here. That's interesting. That's always like a key to abundance, you know. This person like knows that there's abundance here with all these fruit references. Makes me think of the Empress. This says time to go out and have fun. Very interesting. Very interesting. I feel like because this reading did start out like kind of a heavier energy, there might have been a heavy energy between the two of you. There might have been some sort of fight, some sort of disagreement, a breakup, a separation, something like that. And it's almost like this person is feeling like, or they're kind of like receiving these messages that it might be time to just loosen up, to lighten up, to try to take a lighter approach to all of this, and to move out of that Nine of Swords energy that we opened up the read. Interesting. If this person is very serious at times, or if there's a lot of like heavy stuff that has gone on between the two of you, this person's intuition is telling them to lighten the mood, to clear the air, to do something to kind of release some of this heavier energy. Okay, let's grab you some oracle cards. What is their intuition telling them about number 2? So we have card 7, culmination. I do feel like this is something that might have been building. That's kind of the feeling this is giving me. This is talking about the root chakra. So this is also talking about foundations, and also referencing to self-discovery with the number 7. And we were kind of talking about that with this hermit energy, that there's this feeling of like discovering self. Their intuition might be telling them that it's time for them to go into a deeper period of reflection, to figure some things out, maybe sort some things out in their own life, or when it comes to this connection. What else do we have for number 2? What is this person's intuition telling them about number 2? I feel like they're also getting intuitive messages to get grounded with this root chakra energy, and also with all of this like fruit imagery that came through. So I'm thinking of like plants, again, that Empress energy, very earthy energy. What is this person's intuition telling them about number 2? So we've actually had, this is weird, we actually have card 5, Shakti, come out, which showed up in the first reading. So some energies corresponding there. This is about change, and this could be a change in terms of self-discovery, because we had this 7 come out. This can be about change in terms of our foundation, like where we live. So their intuition might be telling this person that they need to move, you need to move, somebody needs to move, or some action needs to be taken with that 8 of Wands. Something might need to happen fast. Shakti energy is feminine energy. It focuses on the solar plexus chakra. It's a playful energy, which kind of goes in line with this time to go out and have fun. It's also a very passionate and creative energy, which is another thing that we have discussed. As person, intuition might be talking to them a lot about the passion that they feel for you. It might be that they have not experienced this level of passion or this level of connectedness for anyone. Again, if it's not romantic, this can be about a project, like a passion project, or something that someone feels very very devoted to, very inspired by, and wants to kind of like flex their creative muscle around. So really interesting. What else do we have? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, you had 2 cards, ruining your whole spread. We had a grand symphony and time machine. Wow. Okay, so the time machine card would be a root chakra energy as well, because it has this little red like diamond or square. I guess it's a square, but whatever, around it. So that would be more root chakra energy, like we saw with this culmination card. So there's something about foundations. And then we have the Grand Symphony, which is about like moving parts all coming together and working in harmony together. This is heart energy. This is heart energy as well. So that's super interesting here, because let's do this a little differently since you had 2 cards come out. With this culmination card, I feel like that Grand Symphony is kind of reiterating that. And this is card 27. This is card 7. I feel like this is kind of reiterating that. I see a lot of repeating numbers for you guys, actually. I see you had the 9 of Mirrors and you had card 9, the Hermit. So 9s might be significant. And I'm also seeing 7s showing up repeatedly for you. This does feel like some sort of culmination of like lessons learned or some sort of process this person's been going through. I think that this is all about them tapping into their intuition. So it's interesting this is coming through like this because we're looking into what's going on with this person's intuition. And what I think most of all is that this person hasn't listened a whole lot to their intuition until more recently. And it's like a lot of things are coming together and falling in line for them to be able to listen to their intuition when it comes to this connection, for them to pick up on these little signs and synchronicities, for them to listen to that inner voice. I feel like for some of you, this is a past connection, or this is a connection that's in separation. We have this time machine card, and there's sort of this feeling of like they might want to go back in time and rewrite history. Their intuition's probably telling them that they can't do that, but that they can affect how they move forward. And that their actions going forward can kind of like change or shore up that foundational structure, because we are looking at this root chakra energy. But yeah, that's really interesting. I feel like they are kind of, their intuition's talking to them a lot about how things have grown, what has been building upon itself, if that makes any sense, like what lessons they have learned, what signs they have seen, what conversations they've had with you, and it's all sort of building to this moment of them understanding their intuition a little bit more. So very interesting, very like insightful into what's going on with this person's intuition in general, like even outside of this connection. They're learning how to listen to their intuition. They're learning to step out of this logical, analytical place that I feel like is keeping them more protected than anything else. They're learning to operate from a little bit more of an emotional place and a more passionate place. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for you, number 2. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you did enjoy this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I'll see you again in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number 3. If you were drawn to card 21, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out what this person's intuition is telling them about you. So I'm going to set the rest of your tarot cards off to the side, and we will talk a little bit about this card that initially caught your attention or drew you in. So this card actually says the fans on it. And this would be the World card in a traditional tarot deck. So the World card talks about completion and wrapping up or closing out cycles or phases in our life so that we can move on to the next chapter. With this energy, there's kind of this sense of looking back at how far we've come and everything that we've managed to overcome in order to get to this point, while at the same time looking forward to everything that the future has in store for us. So right from the beginning, there's kind of a feeling of this person's intuition is telling them that each step of their journey so far has led them to you. It has brought them to this point. It's led them to this particular place that you are in with them in your relationship right now, if that's how this is resonating for you. But it's kind of just this feeling of like all of the lessons, all of the trials and the tribulations have led them to this point. So this is somebody who might be getting a lot of intuitive hits about what's going on in their life in general and where they are finding themselves at this particular point in their life. I think this does relate to your connection, but I feel like this might even go deeper for them, and it might be about them noticing kind of how all of the steps have lined up, how all of these things have fallen into place to bring them to exactly where they are in this moment of their life. Now, I read the World card as inherently positive because it's always accompanied by this hopeful energy, even if things haven't been perfect up until this point. So for some of you, something could have gone wrong in this connection in the past, and this person might be receiving intuitive messages that their past actions could have negatively impacted this connection. If that's the case, I feel like their intuition's kind of giving them insight about where they may have gone wrong, but also giving them a lot of hope for the future. So for some of you, this is somebody who could have messed up, but they didn't really fully understand it at the time. They didn't see what part they played, or they were just oblivious to the entire thing. And I feel like they're now starting to see how some of the actions that they took, some of the words that they said, some of the ways that they showed up could have negatively impacted this situation. But at the same time, with the World card, we're always looking forward to that next chapter, to the next thing. So I feel like their intuition's kind of telling them to leave the past in the past, to let bygones be bygones, and to learn from their mistakes so that they don't have to repeat them. Now, this energy really could be reversed with this energy of leaving the past in the past. It's kind of giving me like feeling of forgiveness. So if there was something that you would like this person to forgive you for, this could also be a message about that. This could be that their intuition's kind of telling them like, let it go, move on from what has happened in the past, and forgive. Kind of trust that those mistakes won't be repeated. It's kind of coming through like no matter who it is that might have made a mistake, and it could have been that both of you were at fault in a connection. If this is a previous connection, it could have been that. So it's just like a little bit of understanding and forgiveness as you move forward. For those of you where this is a new connection, I feel like this person's intuition is urging them to start this new chapter with you. It feels like it might be time for them to kind of like close out previous versions of themselves or previous versions of their life in order to embark on this new chapter with you. And they're getting kind of intuitive hits all the time that this is what they need to do. Their intuition is telling them that the past is the past, that they will be successful at applying any lessons that they learned from the past, from past relationships, or just from going through life and just gaining more life experience, that they're going to be able to use those lessons to have success in the future. The World card is also representative of the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. In a traditional tarot deck, they'd be depicted here, but on this card, we're not seeing any of that. But it's like, what we're dealing with here is Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio energy. So you or your person might have strong placements in one or more of those signs. For some of you, this person may be receiving intuitive messages having to do with travel, having to do with traveling to see you, or vice versa, you traveling to see them, maybe moving closer to one another. That's the kind of energy of the World card. Or this could have to do with some kind of intuitive knowing about how this relationship will be perceived or received by others, by family, by friends, potentially even by coworkers, which is interesting. Or if you or this person are in the public eye, this could be referring to how the public at large will view this relationship. Because this card is in the upright position, it seems like this person's intuition is likely telling them that this relationship will be well received, or that you will be receptive to them. Yeah. It could even be that intuitively they feel like this partnership or this relationship will be beneficial to them in some way, that it will start a new chapter for them in some way, that they'll be able to move on to this next phase because of this partnership. So this doesn't even have to be romantic. This could be a business partnership or a friendship, it could even be a collaboration, you guys, because we were kind of talking about like being in the public eye. So this could be some sort of collaboration between you and someone else, and they really think that this is going to be mutually beneficial to go forward with this. But yeah, I get the feeling that this person is having thoughts and also intuitive hits about how, I almost want to say the world at large, but that kind of depends on what your scenario is. It might not be the world, it might be their immediate family, it could be their children, but they're having some sort of intuitive knowing or receiving intuitive messages about how someone in their life will look at this connection. And I don't have any reason to think that these intuitive knowings are negative, because like I was saying, the World card really does kind of come with an inherent positivity because we're looking forward to that next phase. So we will look at the rest of your cards and see what we see. Let me move this over to the side, but we will keep it where we can still see it because this is kind of the crowning energy of your reading. So I want that to play into the rest of what's going on here. So we have the 7 of Flutes. This would be the 7 of Cups, and this card says the Edit. We have the 3 of Flutes, more Cups energy. Okay, so an emotional connection or something that this person feels very emotional about. We were seeing that with reading 1, very emotional connection, a lot of emotions coming up. So we've got 2 Cups cards already. This card says here to make friends. What else do we have for you? We've got the Eight of Rings, the camera guide. So that would be the Eight of Pentacles. This is very interesting energy, you guys. The Three of Mirrors, red flags. This card showed up in the last reading and reading 2. That would be Three of Swords. Okay. So lots of cups energy. There are a couple of interesting things I'm seeing right away. The first is that you had 2 threes come out. You had the Three of Flutes and the Three of Mirrors come out. This can talk about signs and synchronicities that this person's been seeing and intuitively kind of knowing that it's more than just a coincidence. I feel like their logical mind might want to tell them that it's a coincidence, but intuitively they know that this is more than just by chance. This person may have been seeing 3333 or 333 or some other kind of repeating number sequence. And it's like every time they see this particular sign, they immediately think of you. And their intuition is telling them that it means something. I feel like they might not be exactly sure what it means or if they're kind of imagining the whole thing. But I think that their intuition is really telling them that this might mean something. This might be significant in some way. The second interesting thing that I'm seeing is that with the World card, we're talking about how this relationship might affect friends and coworkers. Like I was saying that before, like this could even be about coworkers. And it's really interesting that you had then the Three of Flutes, which the card literally says here to make friends, and this is a card about friendship and celebration. And you also had the Eight of Rings, which is the Eight of Pentacles, a card about work primarily. So that's very interesting. Yeah, with the Three of Flutes and this energy of friends and stuff, and then like this work energy, you might know this person from work or from your friend group. This could be a business partnership for a lot of you that you're wondering about, or there could be a business component to this, even if it is romantic. You might have met this person through work. This could have something to do with networking for business purposes. This person's intuition is telling them that you're the real deal. It's telling them that you're hardworking and genuine. So however that applies to this, like this might be that you kind of want this person to see you in a good light so that they can offer you an opportunity or something like that. And it's like they definitely see you in a good light. They're being told like this is it right here. This is the real deal. This is someone who's genuine. This is someone who means what they say and who does what they say they were going to do. But I do have to tell you that it really seems like this person might have been deceived in the past with this Three of Mirrors, deceived by fake friends, by deceptive people in general, by people who kind of create this illusion of who they are, or they create kind of a facade. And it seems like this person may have fallen into that in the past or gotten hurt by that in the past. Their intuition is telling them to trust this, though, to trust you, to trust that what they see is what they get with you, that there's no like big scary surprises waiting to jump out and surprise them. Their intuition tells them that their past experience is kind of telling them something else, or it's making them think that history may repeat itself. Because they might have been burned in the past. And because for a lot of you, this could have to do with something to do with work. This could be like they've had employees in the past that have done them wrong, that have stolen from them. Gotten into business partnerships with shady people who tried to screw them over. It could be something like that. This can be about relationships. They might have been cheated on in the past. They might have been in one-sided relationships in the past. So yeah, their experience is telling them one thing. Their gut is saying this is the real deal. This is a hardworking person. This is an honest person. This is a person who's here for the right reasons. Someone who's very genuine. There might even be kind of a feeling of like you wearing your heart on your sleeve. Like you're just, how do I want to put this? It's like, everything's kind of at face value with you. It is what it is. Like it is the truth. It's real. It's authentic. I think that that's where this energy of the world is coming in. It's like this person feels like they should leave their past behind and let their guard down so that they can kind of explore something new with you, or a new way of doing things, a different way of going about things. Like this new way that will net a different result is kind of how this is coming through. The world, like I was saying, it's like you look back at the past and you see like, okay, I went through that. These are the lessons I learned, and that's what I'm going to take forward with me into the future. And it's like, I think that's what this energy is. It's like this person wants to take the lessons that they've learned. And if they've even built up some protection, it's almost like they want to take that along with them too, because they don't want to go through the same experiences that they've gone through before. But at the same time, their intuition is telling them this is something different. This is something new. Let's trust this. Let's go with this. Let's see where this leads. Let's see where this could go. Intuitively, I think this person knows that you're also very attractive and highly sought after, however that's coming through. So I feel like whether this is business, friendship, romantic relationship, that they know that you have choices with the Seven of Flutes. They know you have choices. They know you have options, and they have a lot of opportunities and people vying for your attention and for your time. And they know that you're really busy. Like you have a full plate with all of your commitments. I kind of feel like they intuitively know how important it is to you to nurture several different areas of your life and to create success for yourself. And I feel like their intuition tells them not to stand in your way when it comes to this. Like that you're the type of person who is open to partnerships that really work. Not one that's going to kind of derail you from your own personal dreams. With this, the Edit card or the Seven of Cups, I kind of feel like this person knows that you're not afraid to cut things out of your life that aren't working for you. Like you're not afraid to make big moves, and that you're not easily deceived either. It's like if you see a red flag, you're going to solve it or you're going to eliminate it. I'm kind of getting this vibe also that this person's intuitively picking up on this work hard, play hard type of energy from you. So I feel like you're someone with big dreams and they're kind of picking up on that. And you're willing to work for what you want in life, but you also want to enjoy the fruits of your labor and kind of cut loose sometimes. So this person has picked up on that fact about you, the fact that you like to have fun and that you like to celebrate your accomplishments. Another thing that's really interesting is that intuitively, this person knows that you are an exceptional friend. Like they see you as a really great friend. And this might be because this is a friendship. It doesn't have to be. It's like they see you as somebody who is very supportive of those around you and those that you care for. And this might be something they've actually seen in action. They might have seen you interacting with friends or family, or you may have extended some sort of kindness toward this person, but it's really coming through more as like they can just feel that about you. They can just kind of sense your heart. You're the type of person they know that they would want to have in their corner. Like you're the type of person who's dependable and who wants to take care of those around you. The interesting part about this is I feel like this person intuitively knows that things haven't always been easy for you. Like you may have had to work really hard to get to where you are. And you may have been hurt in the past. You may have been betrayed in the past. And I feel like this is like deep hurt. With the Three of Swords, it's usually something deep, something kind of emotional. And it's like what they sense about you is that you never really let any of that stand in your way or force you to become a negative or a cruel person. Like you've remained true to who you are despite the challenges that you face. This person actually intuitively sees a lot about you. This is interesting. I wonder, like for a lot of you, is this a brand new connection or what? Because it's almost like they know you. It's not coming through like they necessarily know all of the challenges that you faced or everything that you've been through, but I do get this sense of like they know you on a deep level. And that could just be that they have such an intuitive knowing of you. They can sense that there's a lot going on here and that you have a lot on your plate. But it's like they see you as a very kind-hearted person at your core, despite what you may have experienced in life. Let's look at some tarot. There's tarot, I should say, and see what else. So, like, in reading one, I feel like this portion of the reading really opened up some more information about your person. I guess that could be said about reading two as well. So I left it pretty open. We'll see what comes through. So what is this person's intuition telling them about? Number 3. What's their intuition telling them about number 3? No way. We have the 7 of Cups come out. So that is actually the same card. 7 of Flutes, 7 of Cups. So this is all about choices. It's about sometimes like illusions, sometimes being deceived, falling for the wrong thing, choosing the wrong option. It could be. This is especially the way that it's depicted on this card. This is really coming through as a lot of choice and maybe even confusion. Let's see how this goes. Like, I don't even know who we're talking about at this point, because we did have the 7 of Cups show up for you for sure. See what this energy is. What is going on here? What does this person's intuition tell them about number 3? We have the 4 of Cups. There's so much Cups energy here. 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 7 of Cups again, 4 of Cups. A lot is coming through in terms of work connection, but there's also so much emotion here. I don't know if this is like tied together. This might be like someone you met through work that you are romantically interested in or romantically involved with. We have the King of Swords as well. This could be something someone just feels very emotional about. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. So there we go again. That's actually that card. Yeah, we're getting a lot of repeated messages here. So we had both of these cards show up again. Very interesting. So yeah, I feel like there could be even a sense of overwhelm here with the 7 of Cups energy. Both of you might be really busy. This person might be having some sort of intuitive, some kind of intuitive knowing about how busy you are, how busy they are, how your schedules, like they're worried that your schedules won't align or something like that. It's interesting. I see a lot about choices here. So they know that you have plenty of choices. They know that you have options here. I also feel like with this 4 of Cups coming after that, because it's like the two of you might both be busy or have a lot on your plate or have very different lives. But like this 7 of Cups and then this 4 of Cups, I feel like this person might think that you're not interested in them, that you wouldn't be interested in them, that you have so many choices that you wouldn't be interested in them. So that's one way that I can read this. I also think that this person with this 4 of Cups energy really sees you as somebody who, like, again, works really hard and that could use a break sometimes. They also see you as someone who won't settle for anything. So they kind of intuitively know that your standards are high, that you're not going to settle for just anything. And I feel like this is like an intuitive knowing of what you deserve kind of coming through. So this could be somebody that doesn't really know you that well, but they see you as a high value person. They see you as somebody who's not going to just accept any old thing, that's not going to just take scraps, somebody who really deserves to have abundance and deserves to have a lot going on for them in their lives. And you're not going to just settle for anything. I also think that this person kind of intuitively knows that you're very direct and driven. With this King of Swords, I feel like, again, they were talking about you. It's interesting because like a lot of this energy, it's like their focus is really on you. And I do feel like some of these energies overlap with what they are feeling or experiencing in their life. But it's like this directness, it might be something that both of you relate on. Like maybe you're both very direct, but I feel like this person kind of intuitively knows that you are a very direct person. And that's where I was getting this energy with the edit of like, you will cut stuff out of your life if it doesn't serve you. And that's, again, the Four of Cups. It's like you're not going to settle for just anything. You will eliminate something that doesn't seem right. And be very direct about it. So you might have even been direct with this person. This person also, like, I feel like they just kind of know that you're a leader, that you're very smart. And they might have even seen that you've applied some sort of strategy to your life, or like just have that feeling that you're very strategic. So this could be that you're very successful in whatever it is that you do, and they feel like there was a lot of forethought, like there was a lot of strategy behind it, and a lot of work behind everything that you built. So for some of you that will resonate, and this could be because you know this person through work, but this also could be just that they kind of just see you as very, very successful. So let's look at your tea leaf cards. You guys actually got like one of each. I feel like these are the only 3 types of cards that are in this whole, I won't call it a deck because it's just a giant collection of cards, but you got a month of the year and you got an astral house card along with the regular tea leaf card. So a lot of variety there, a lot of choices. That Seven of Cups energy, again, a lot of variety. This could also be that this person sees you as somebody who likes variety, who values variety. Maybe somebody who likes a lot of excitement in your life or something like that, likes to travel, likes to experience new things. Let's see what we've got. So we have Spear. This says heartache over what you no longer have. Okay, interesting, especially because we had this 3 of Swords come out. So I feel like that's tapping into that that world energy again, that there might be some kind of hurt here. This could even be that something fell apart for the 2 of you. And this is like that feeling of looking back over what has transpired. So this might, yeah, this is actually very repetitive if you think about the way that traditional 3 of Swords card looks, where it's actually a heart being pierced. And that's really what we're seeing here with the Spear. So this is about past hurt. This person knows that, like intuitively knows that you don't want to be hurt again. And I feel like this is energy that they share with you. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to be disappointed. And like you're somebody who deserves better than that and you know it. So I just feel like they're picking up on that energy. And that there could be something in both of your past. So this could be about your past relationship. Let's see what else. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have September, which is in a couple of days at this point when I'm filming this video. So that might be significant to some of you in terms of timing about something that's going to happen, or some sort of intuitive knowing that this person, that this person's picking up on. You could have a birthday in September. They could have a birthday in September, but I feel like if it's your birthday, it's like, they might not know this for a fact, but they might intuitively pick up on like some sort of celebration. I'm also hearing that the 2 of you might end up in the same place at the same time because of like an intuitive knowing. So it could be that like they just kind of get this feeling that they need to be in a certain place, and then you're going to run into this person. I'm getting more vibes of like a restaurant or a party or something that's kind of celebratory, because we had that 3 of Cups show up so much, or something that involves friends. That is so interesting, you guys. And this might mean that something is happening with this connection very soon. This could also be talking about a past September, or it could be an anniversary, a birthday, something like that. Let's look at your last card. So we have Love. Wow. That just kind of tells me that this person's intuition is telling them that there are some deep feelings here. And if it's romantic, that'll make complete sense. If it's not, it's like deeper feelings about where this partnership is going to go, where this friendship is going to go. Maybe just even this feeling of immediately being drawn to you. having that feeling of like, oh, I love this person, even if it's not in a romantic sense. It's just like, oh, I love them. Like, I love everything about them. I love the way that they dress and their energy and like how we vibe together. It's just kind of this like all good vibes feeling. Again, with that Three of Cups that we had show up twice, this could be a friendship of some kind. Very interesting. I do feel like there is some reference to the past here. And I feel like it's showing up more in like a fear and worry capacity, because this person's intuition is telling them to move forward from past hurts. But it's like it keeps showing up with the Three of Swords and that Sphere card. The past hurts keep showing up. But intuitively, they feel like they should leave it behind. They should just take the lesson and leave the rest. What else do we have for number 3? What is this person's intuition telling them about number 3? Okay, so we had card 10, initiation, come out. It's kind of interesting this is a 10, because 10s are all about like closing out cycles, beginning new cycles, kind of like leaving the past behind and starting something new. So we've been talking about that sort of energy with the World card all along. I feel like this person feels like what's really interesting about this is we're talking about with the World, like the past lessons and stuff. So when we talk about initiation, I was going to say, if like this person feels like you initiated them in some way, like you woke them up in some way, you ignited some sort of passion in them. That's what we're seeing in this card. This is fire element card, and we see kind of like this flame. So it's like you ignited something in them. And we were kind of talking about like this sense that their steps or like what they've gone through in their life has led them to this point. And I feel like that's that initiation energy coming from them. Like they were initiated. They were kind of like all of their lessons, all their growth, all their self-discovery has kind of led them to this point with you. So I feel like there's a highly intuitive sense with this person, a highly intuitive knowing about this connection. What else do you have for number 3? What is this person's intuition telling them about number 3? What is this person's intuition telling them about number 3? God. Wow. Okay. So card 26, this is curiosity. This card is actually connected to the energy of Jupiter. And we're looking at an 8 again. That's bringing me right back to the 8 of Rings, that work thing. This really might be a work connection, or the two of you might like kind of bond over work, or you met. Why am I hearing this is so specific? I don't even want to say it, but I feel like some of you met because like you went to some sort of conference, or you will be going to a conference that might be work related, or like self-development type of conference, because I'm feeling like this person might have felt that their intuition led them to you to begin with. Like however they initially met you, they might have like, maybe they weren't really going to go to this conference or to this party or to this work event or whatever it is. And then they ended up meeting you there. So for a very few of you that might resonate, but that just came through so clearly. This card is about curiosity. So this is like, I feel like this person does find love to be a little bit of a mystery. Their intuition's telling them that you're a little bit of a mystery. There's a lot more to learn about you. They're curious about you. They really are curious about you. And it's almost like even if they've tried to get this connection out of their mind, something intuitively tells them to stay curious, to stay engaged with this. That's very interesting. Wow. She will take the card that flipped over. And that is the Land Between. I feel like this is so fitting. First of all, we're dealing more in like the higher chakras here. We're dealing with like the crown chakra here with this purple energy. So this is about intuitive knowing right there. This is about this person feeling more connected to their intuition. But the Land Between is such an interesting idea to come out when we're talking about this energy of the World and we're talking about the energy of the 10, because both of these, both the World card 21 and card 10, they both talk about kind of like ending one cycle and beginning another cycle, but there is always that time in between when things aren't quite figured out yet. You haven't really started the new project, and you're still kind of halfway leaving the old thing behind. And it's like, I feel like that's the energy of this person, kind of this energy of like ready to move on to something else, but maybe sort of held between. So this could be a past relationship they're still getting out of, maybe connections that are still kind of lingering, and in some cases maybe haunting them, because we did have this Three of Swords energy and this energy of like hurt. This could be kind of the place of traveling from being very cautious and being very guarded and protected over to a place of being more open and vulnerable, but it's like they're not quite there yet. The fact that this card came out the way that it did tells me that this person is intuitively knowing that they need to leave whatever this is in the past. They need to walk away from it completely, because this has been a recurring message. And it's not that this has to be anything bad or negative in this person's life. It's just that they're ready for a new phase, and it seems that that new phase involves you, and it's like they won't be able to fully step into this until they get out of this sort of in-between energy, or they stop looking back at what has transpired over the past. Yeah. And I feel like they know that. I feel like intuitively they kind of know that they might be hanging on to a couple of things, and that's where that Four of Cups energy is coming from, that like worrying that you won't accept them as they are, or that you won't want to deal with the baggage they come with, whatever that might be, because they need to let go of some things. They could even need to just like free up some time. That could be the issue here. So yeah, that's a really interesting message to come out, but I feel like that's very fitting. I feel like this person is about to embark on a new cycle, a new journey, and that it has something to do with you. And they might be a little bit in between right now. They might be still kind of focusing on the old, or like breaking away from that old cycle. But intuitively, they know it's time to start a new chapter. They know it's time to bring some sort of stability to the situation. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. Number 3, thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you enjoyed this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.